The Season 1 Reloaded patch just released today, guys, and I have all the working glitches that work for Modern Warfare 3 as well as Warzone. So if you appreciate details like that, or you just want to keep up with all the latest glitches before they get patched, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification button. I post a glitch compilation on every patch release as well as every month, so make sure you check that out. And with that, enjoy. A lot of videos are out right now and there's a lot of information on this, but a lot of it is disorganized, and I'm going to show you guys the most optimal way of doing this glitch. I will show you the single best way to gain money, get all your rare items for your tombstone, set up your tombstone, get all your items through the ether portal, and all that jazz. So if you guys appreciate videos like this, make sure you hit that like button and let's get into some of this, guys. It is an awesome glitch and we're going to show you exactly how to do it. So throughout this video, you're going to see tips pop up on your screen that will help you optimize this. I would not remake this video if I did not have a lot more information. And number one, I would highly suggest that if you're trying to gain the maximum amount of money for your tombstone to share with your friends for, say, Red Worm or other in-game stuff, make sure you're doing the insta-kill Stormcaller Glitch. I'm going to include that video in the description below, guys, but every single time that he dies, he drops minimum 5,000 essence item as well as super rare items, and you can insta-kill him without a gun within a minute each time. It is extremely good. So real quickly, in the next 30 or 60 seconds, I'm just going to say what the actual duplication glitch is for those who have not seen it. Then we'll get into all the nitty gritty for the rest of the video. So obviously you're going to need the money that you need as well as the items that you need. And once you have that, you want to go ahead and get Tombstone. So Tombstone costs 2,000 essence. Make sure that you have 2,000 essence for that at the very least. Go buy it and have all the items in which that you want at the start of every single game. All right. At this point, you're going to go ahead and get yourself downed and bleed out. Now, once you've bled out, go ahead and leave the game, and then in your second game, you're going to pick up all the items from your tombstone, ensuring that your tombstone breaks, and go ahead and head to a star exfil. Now, you need Act 1 completed at the very least to unlock these Dr. Jansen exfils, so make sure that you have that done. So once you get to the end, here is the trickiest part, which is extremely easy to do. On PC, you're going to click Alt F4 as soon as the screen turns black. On Xbox, you're going to press the Xbox button, scroll over to the game, click Start, and hover over Quit. And as soon as you see the black screen in the background, you're going to quit the game. And then on PS5, apparently you need to disconnect your Wi-Fi and then quit the game entirely once you've disconnected. So that's it for the duplication glitch itself. Make sure that you pair this with the acquisition stash glitch that is in the description below as well, and that will allow you to have 200 plus rare items in your acquisition stash at all times in case the duplication glitch gets patched. So let's go over the ether portal glitch. Now, there are three key differences. Number one, you must destroy your existing tombstone. Number two, Act 1 does not need to be completed. And number three, you need to do these exact steps to carry your items through the ether portal. They are different from the original duplication glitch. So as you can see here, you need tombstone and the items and money in which you want to come back to. And at that point, you can continue the tombstone glitch as usual, because if you think about it, the first step will have been completed. But step one to the ether portal portion of this is you need to go down and die with tombstone. I plead for help. I'm not sure if that's even necessary. Just go ahead and do it anyway. It won't hurt. And then have some random or a teammate pick you back up. Now, at this point, your tombstone is there. It might as well be visible. It's just not. All right. There is a tombstone there. I no longer have tombstone. I have now set my place in the game. Now, the second portion of this glitch is just as important, and there are a couple of things to note. So right before we get into these tips, I just want to mention, guys, that this will work for the sigil and the elder sigil portal. So go ahead and enter that ether portal and let's get into these tips. So number one, here is the path that you guys should always know about. There is a portal at the bottom of the castle and it immediately appears when you start. So you can watch me join into this lobby and you can actually test out this glitch without having to do any of the missions. So as you can see, I make my way over to the portal and I extract. Now at this point, your portal is done. You are out of the ether and your tombstone will show up in future games. Awesome God mode glitch for you guys that allows you to kill bounties. You can use the Outlast contract with this. You can use the Spore contract with this. This is one of the best God modes that I've seen so far, and you can get in and out of it. So where this glitch is located is in one of the courtyards within the tier 3 zone. And you actually have a lot of movement in here. It's really nice, and there's multiple doors that you can actually shoot and get the zombies to actually come all the way up to you. You can also loot very easily from zombies, so let's get into this. So the only requirement to this glitch is the Scorcher. That is all you're going to need, and it's actually located in this spot in tier 3. So step 1 is to travel to this location. So once you've made it to this location, watch where I go. I go into this corner over here within this courtyard, and step 2 is you want to charge your Scorcher and walk forward into the corner. Now glitches like these are very easy to do, so even though that happened quickly, don't worry, you'll get it first try. It's very easy. Call of Duty is known to have assets, or game objects, if you will, that are not solid, and that's why this glitch works. Is there's a piece towards the ceiling that is not solid, and you can kind of slip through into the walls. Now you want to be careful if you use a ray gun in this spot, because you can down yourself, but I suggest going all the way down, and you'll see it. I kind of walk down that hallway. That's where I was over there when I first got into the glitch, and just follow the wall. Make sure you don't go too far out. You can actually fall under the mount, but you can shoot that door, kill zombies, pick up ammo. You never actually have to leave this glitch. You can grab whatever weapon you want to level up and get those camo. What's going on, guys? Wesley here, and today's glitch is an awesome one, guys. It allows you to get the most powerful weapon in a Modern Warfare Zombies right now, and you can do this with multiple different weapons. Now this glitch works after the December 14th patch. If you're unaware of my channel, I always like to say this. I post the patch notes in the description. You never have to question if or not a glitch works by the time that I'm posting it. So if you appreciate details like that, make sure you hit that subscribe. But let's get into some of the requirements of this glitch. So the 3 requirements for this glitch are: number 1, you have a wonder weapon. I, in this case, have the Scorcher. So you want to go ahead and use that case and equip that weapon in your second slot, as you see here. The second requirement of the glitch is that you have the Juggernaut Killstreak. So go ahead and throw that onto the ground. Now the third requirement and the last requirement of this glitch is that you have a legendary ether tool. Now the first step to this glitch is that you call in the Juggernaut Killstreak. You're going to need to use this to your advantage. So make sure that you have that wonder weapon, like I said before, in your secondary slot. So we have both items in our first and secondary slot. You want to go ahead and drop both items, and then go ahead and grab your Juggernaut Killstreak. Now once your Juggernaut Killstreak runs out, you're going to notice once you get out of the Killstreak, you're going to have a grayed out Scorcher. Now this is key. This is very important to this trick. What you want to do now is apply the legendary ether tool to your weapon, but you may notice that I don't have that option in my inventory, which is weird, and that's due to the fact that this is a glitch, and your gun, you can see down there in your inventory, is gold still, but on the bottom right of the screen you can see that it's gray. So when I drop it, it looks gold. Let's go ahead and pick it back up. It's still gray on the bottom right. However, when I pick up the other one, you'll notice that it does have gold on the bottom right, and you can see it right there. So I'm going to go ahead and pick back up this one from the actual glitch. So some of my friends mentioned that you can activate the ether tool, or rather apply it to your weapon in inventory. I was having trouble with that, so if you do have trouble with that, drop it on the ground and then apply it to your wonder weapon. And you can also obviously upgrade it using the Pack-a-Punch crystals. So now you officially have the most powerful weapon in the game. You can see in the inventory it's actually grayed out. That's how it's supposed to look. Keep in mind, guys, that this is a glitch, so it may not work as intended if you do a step wrong. So make sure you go back in the video and make sure that you do this right. What's going on, guys? Wesley back, and today's glitch is one of the best ones I've seen so far, guys. It allows you to instant kill the Stormcaller, get rare schematic drops, 5,000 essence minimum every single time you kill him, as well as legendary tools and other rare items. So if you guys appreciate this video, make sure you hit that like button below and subscribe for more. I have patch notes in the description, so you never have to worry if or not a glitch works. So let's get into this one. So first things first, you need to get yourself an LTV. You don't need any good guns or anything like that for this glitch, but I highly suggest that you test out this with the duplication glitch. You can find that in my latest glitch compilation. I will also leave that in the description below. So you need an LTV, and you just need to make your way over to the storm. And what you want to do is drive right outside of his aggro area so he gets pulled out of the storm. However, there are a couple of tips to make this work, because as you'll see here, it does not. So make sure you're paying attention close here, guys. You want to make sure you get as far away from him as possible while you're doing this, to that where you aggro him but he doesn't stop. If he gets between a certain range close enough to you, he will stop being aggroed at you and start attacking you or going back to the storm if he's outside. So you can see it works here. What you want to do is drive as fast as you possibly can away from him as soon as you aggro him. So you want to look for the most direct route out of the storm for your particular storm, because as we know, this storm is not in the same place every game. It's in a different spot. So a couple of tips here. I would highly suggest, again, that you use the duplication glitch with this. This will allow you to come in with money, powerful weapons in case you need to get out of trouble, as well as just making your life a lot easier with a large rucksack, for example. But as you can see here, I do it again. I found out the tracks were my easiest path, depending on where he's at, and I didn't really get lucky drops there, but you always get a gold skull. So if you're trying to max out your money, right, and you're with a group of friends, you can be doing this and create a tombstone with a ton of money. Once you're done with this, you don't have to bring in rare items or anything, and you guys can double up your money extremely quick, because as we all know, when you do the duplication glitch, you can drop all your cash and you'll still have it the next game. So you can effectively double your cash still and get unlimited money. Guys, today we have an unlimited XP glitch that is very easy to do, and it will help you get all of your Borealis camo challenges done. Now you can sit in this XP glitch and just be AFK if you want, and only click one button every few minutes. I'm going to show you guys the absolute optimal way of doing this glitch and why it is so important that you do this before they patch it. Now this is located in the tier 3 zone, so make sure that you gear up, and let's go over some of the requirements to this glitch. Alright, so number one, we are in the tier 3 zone, and what you're going to need is either a Spore Control contract or an Outlast contract, and I highly suggest that you go with the Outlast contract, which we will go through in a minute. But make sure that you have whatever weapons that you want to level up, as well as the gear that you need. You will be able to pick up ammo from the zombies in this glitch, so don't worry about that. As long as you have the guns that you would like to level up, you are good to go. Now, the only other thing that I suggest is that you grab a dog bone if you want to do the AFK. So again, the AFK version of this glitch definitely requires a dog. However, if you don't want to do the AFK glitch and you want to get all your camo challenges, you do not need a dog bone. You just need an upgraded weapon. Whether you do the duplication glitch, which I'll include in the description below, for money, and you just simply upgrade your weapons immediately and head to the red zone, you can get all your camo challenges that way. But it is located in the courtyard as shown here. You can see my green dot in the middle of the screen, so make sure you go there. This is the only location in which you can do it, and what you're going to want to look for is an excavator on the edge of the building. And I'm going to show you in a second what you need to do to get this to work properly, because there is a little bit of canceling contracts and a little bit of trickery that you may need to go through. So let's go through that now on how to actually do this glitch. Alright, so you want to make sure that you have a tier 3 Outlast contract, like I said, and you want to make sure that you are at the larger courtyard. You'll notice that this courtyard right here is not the one that you need. I'm telling you, this location is not what you want. If you get the Outlast contract and it gets pointed there, what you want to do is pull up your map and then hold whatever button is at the top right to cancel the contract, like I just did. And what's going to happen is momentarily there should be a separate contract that shows up on the map. Alright, so I'm not sure if this is the exact place that it always shows up, but you can notice the excavator below me. This is the correct courtyard. You've already seen it on screen, but I will show it again. And so where you're going is to grab this Outlast contract that's nearby, and it will pop up in that building in the correct larger courtyard. So once you get over to the Outlast contract, you want to quickly activate the PND device and then run up to this doorway at the top of the boxes right behind it. And what you're going to do is step in and out until you get above 15%. And the reasoning behind that is simply that it limits zombie spawns up until then. So once you get that up to a little bit over 15, run it up there and then step out and let it run to 0. Now, once it's ran out, what you want to do is hold to cancel the contract, which can be found on your map. It's very, very easy. Once you've canceled that, make sure that it's at 0% when you do so. And the last step to this glitch is you want to jump under this excavator inside of the courtyard, and the zombies won't be able to hit you. And the reason why you want to combine these two things is because when you get Outlast up past 15%, the maximum amount of zombies that will spawn will continue to spawn. And you'll notice here, they will continue to flow in. Now, one of the best parts about this glitch is that you can get those bounty contracts. Hey, you can actually kill the abominations with ease and get all of the rare drops in this glitch as well. Just make sure that you're laying down if you're going to do that. But there are two main methods that you can actually apply to this glitch. So let's go through both of those right now. So the first method I'm going to show you guys is the AFK XP method that you can do with this glitch. And what you're going to need is a dog bone for the pet dog, as well as healing aura, which you see at the bottom right of my screen. And this will allow you to not have to click anything except for every maybe 5 minutes, and otherwise your pet dog will literally kill everything around you. So what you want to do is obviously spawn that dog, do the Outlast glitch that I just showed you, come under the excavator just for safety, and simply heal your dog, because every single time that your dog gets a kill, it adds to your healing aura. And you'll see this in a second. I will heal my dog, and then after that he will gain at least about like a fourth of his health. So it is very easy to do. You can see right there, you just apply the health to your dog, he will keep killing. You can see the XP just racking up, and with this Outlast glitch you just have a stream of zombies constantly coming. And if you have the ether knife, you will never run out of ammo, even in this where no zombies are coming near you. So the second method I'm going to show you guys is obviously the camo method. You want to make sure that, one, you're bringing in whatever weapon you want to level up, as well as upgrading said weapon to whatever level that you need for tier 3, which I suggest double pack-a-punch. It works the quickest, and it just allows you to level up your weapon as quickly as possible, as well as get all of the kills that you need for a glitch. And today I have a brand new God mode glitch for you guys that allows you to get schematics extremely quickly in the tier 3 zone. So you are completely invincible in this spot. You can throw your ether knife, you can use any guns that you wish, and it's very, very easy to get in and out of. So if you guys appreciate videos like this, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe for more videos. You can also find the patch notes in the description as always, so you never have to question if or not a glitch works. So let's get into some of the requirements. So on the map here, you'll see red circled is the area that you need to go to in tier 3. It's very easy to get to without having to face a lot of zombies. I highly suggest you go to it from the southwest. And the first requirement to this glitch, and the only requirement, is that you have a scorcher, but I highly suggest a few other things. Number one, that you have a upgraded weapon. So make sure you get double pack-a-punch if you want to get kills fast, and then make sure that you have a pet dog if you want things to be easy, because a pet dog is extremely powerful. And I got lucky here. I had an abomination right nearby, so I was able to get into this glitch fast and test it out on my first attempt. So to do this glitch, it's very easy. You want to find one of these open archways, charge your Scorcher, and walk forward at the same time. And what's going to happen is the pillars are solid, but the open archways are not, so the top portion is not. Call of Duty is known to have assets that are not solid all throughout their games, as you may have noticed. So you'll fall into this wall here and be completely invincible. But let me give you a couple of tips here that will help you get in and out of this glitch and utilize it to the max. So first of all, getting in and out is very easy. Number one, I just want you guys to know that you can stand on top of any of these pillars, right? But you can't get out of every pillar. You'll notice that I can't get out right here, and the reason for that is it's not one of the open archways. So you need to go back towards the left where you first entered, and you can exit that way. But you can walk through all the pillars and repeat the process to go across and back. Secondly, a few things that I highly suggest that you bring is, number one, bring your ether knife, because you can kill things very, very easily from in the wall. Sometimes it gets blocked, but for the most part, you can throw it at a certain angle and it will work. Also, obviously, bring your pack-a-punch crystals and everything so you can kill the abomination if it's near you. And then lastly, I would highly suggest that you actually bring a pet dog. I literally sat here, guys, for 5 to 10 minutes and watched my dog fight the abomination before it died. and that's with me doing nothing. If I were to do something, I would have had my healing aura at the bottom right recharged fast enough to actually heal the dog. So this is yet another glitch where you can go completely AFK throughout the game if you wanted to, and just attract zombies that way. But you guys, so you know how when you have Juggernaut and you're able to use your minigun, but when you obviously lose that Juggernaut, you lose the gun as well. Well, there's a new glitch that was found that essentially allows you to take that minigun outside of Juggernaut. You can literally walk around the map, full speed, mind you, no, we're not talking about Juggernaut walking slow speed, right? You're able to sprint with a minigun. It is the coolest glitch so far. So first thing that you're going to need obviously is Juggernaut, and you want to go ahead and throw that onto the ground. Now make sure you don't get downed while you're doing this glitch. I went ahead and ran away for a second so that I could avoid the zombies. But essentially, once you've gotten your Juggernaut, you want to go ahead and pick that up once you've called it in, and you just want to let it run out. Now, once you've ran completely out of Juggernaut and you've lost the kill streak, right, you've used it up, you want to go ahead and just find an area in which you can go down in safely. Now, once you've gone down, go ahead and let yourself bleed out. Now, this is the part of the glitch where you're going to need a companion, or you're going to need someone in the game. So they don't necessarily have to be on your team. There just needs to be someone near you who can revive you. And they're going to go ahead and revive you. And you'll notice there's a minigun already on the ground. So once my teammate actually picks me up, you'll notice there's an actual minigun on the ground. And you can actually tell that this is glitched because when you ping it, it actually has a database name. This is not a name obviously intended to be displayed to the user. There's usually a display name, if you will, tied to the database name. So this is clearly a glitch gun. This is clearly not intended, and you can actually fully sprint. But there's a couple of notes that I want you guys to know that are super important. Number one, apparently you have to get ammo from zombies. So make sure that you go around while you're killing zombies and get the ammo from them. Number two, you cannot run out of ammo. I actually run out of ammo on this clip right here. I'll show you right here. I run out of ammo and I actually lose the minigun. So this, again, it's a glitched gun. So make sure that you're keeping your ammo replenished. Make sure that you have it on hand. And also, number three, make sure that you have another weapon in case you run out of ammo on this one or it glitches. It seems to be more stable with a secondary weapon. So it's very, very easy to do. The first step that you're going to need to do is get 2 score streaks. Now, what I would suggest that you do is you get the cluster mine score streak because that costs 2,000, and then get a Juggernaut, which costs 10,000. So what you want to do, and you'll see me do it opposite here, you want to take out whatever score streak is in your hand, and then at the same time pick up the other score streak. And essentially all it's going to do is copy whatever kill streak is in your inventory. So in this case I have Juggernaut. Now Juggernaut's on the ground, cluster mine is still equipped, and I put that in quotes, and essentially I've made Juggernaut cost 2,000 rather than 10,000. What's going on, guys? Wesley back, and today we have one of the coolest glitches I've seen so far, guys. It allows you to have superhuman speed. Now this glitch is a bit of a dangerous one, and we'll go into that in a second, but as you can see, I'm able to go 100 miles an hour. I don't even know how fast this is, and you're able to lay down, you're able to stand up. It does not matter. You can fly across the map, run around. Your parachute will be out, as you can see from my shadow there, and you could just pretty much freak people out in the game. But it's also very, very useful for traversing the map, you know, traveling around if you need to get to a particular area very quickly. So let's get into some of the requirements of this glitch. So first and foremost, the first thing that you're going to need is an akimbo weapon setup. So you're going to need to go ahead and unlock this if you don't already for any of the weapons that you see on your screen. And I'm going to go ahead and show you guys my setup in a second, as well as how you bring it into the game real quick. So here we are at the pre-game lobby screen. You want to go over to your gear tab. Now, what you're going to want to use is one of your insured slots for this akimbo weapon. Now, again, there are multiple different weapons that you can get akimbo for, and I'm going to put them back on the screen now. So make sure that you get one of those unlocked. If you already do, you know what to do. You need to equip this gun with the attachment. Now, how I saw to do that is at the bottom, you'll see there, equip weapon and open gunsmith. So once you click that, you're going to go over to rear grip. That is where akimbo is stored. Now, most of you know this, but if you don't, that is where it's stored. And then just go ahead and save it as an armory name or something so that you can easily select it in the future. Now, I've already done that. You can see here, I named it just a bunch of letters, but there it is. And you want to equip that and go into the game. Now go ahead and make your way into a lobby, and what you want to do is make sure, number one, that you have your akimbos in hand. You want to make sure that you have your akimbo guns in your hand, and you want to go ahead and find one of these redeploys. They're spread throughout the map. Just simply check the map for the closest one to you. Now you're going to watch me do this real quick. I tried for the first time, but all this involves is a parachute, a redeploy, and akimbo weapons. Those are your 3 requirements for this glitch. So you're gonna watch me do it here, and then you're gonna watch me do it again, but you can see it works. This was my very first attempt at doing this glitch. So here I go, going back to it after getting downed, which we will go to in a second. Make sure that you follow the tips that I have in a minute. I would highly suggest it. You can get down very easily with this glitch. So step 1 to this glitch is you want to go ahead and climb up the redeploy. So as you're going up, you want to let yourself float straight up and then pull your parachute. Now I was kind of off base here, but it does not matter as long as you're floating down. Now you see here, when I have just my fist out, I'll fly up. However, when you pull out your akimbo weapons, you'll see here, you actually fly down, or you go down the rope, right? And that is the part of the glitch. So you want to make sure, number 1, you fly up the redeploy, right? Then as you're floating down towards the rope, you want to cut your parachute. And then third and lastly, you want to make sure that you grab the rope with your akimbo weapons in hand. So that's the entirety of the glitch. And what's going to happen is you will still have your parachute out. You'll be glitching. The game will think that you are flying through the air, but you're on the ground, and you will have superhuman speed during the latest patch. So let's get into the steps. So the requirements for this glitch are either 2,000 cash or you find the gas mask yourself. So go ahead and obtain 2,000. You also need a little bit of patience. So go ahead and buy a gas mask from any buy station, and you want to go ahead and put that on. So go ahead and find any safe area in which you can do this glitch. Now once you've found a safe area, go ahead and drop that gas mask onto the ground. Next, this is the portion where the actual glitch happens. What you want to do is you want to equip that gas mask and spam stow mask very quickly. So you can see here, I put on the mask and then I immediately stowed it as much as I can. And what it's going to do is it's going to duplicate that gas mask, allowing you to go into the storm for much longer than you should. So here I do it in slow motion. You can see it fills up my inventory with gas masks of the same percentage. So let's go through some of those tips that I mentioned at the beginning of the video. Starting with number 1, obtain your gas mask late. Now you can obtain gas masks obviously beforehand, but what you want to do is get a good gas mask that has a high percentage before in game. And then tip number 2, mask decay in your inventory. So if you duplicate a mask, your inventory mask will decay pretty much at the same rate if you're not in the storm. And then number 3, make sure that you duplicate your mask immediately. The reason why I say this is if you buy a gas mask and, for example, it's 90% left, you're going to want to duplicate that immediately so all your gas masks are 90% and not duplicated at 20%, so that if you're near the end game, you don't have to worry about it. You just put those gas masks on and survive until the end game. Awesome glitch for you guys in Warzone 3. So what if I told you could get from a lobby like this where everyone is cracked to a lobby like this where there's at least 15 to 20 people completely AFK. This is an extremely cool glitch, guys, and an easy way for you to start a game with a lot of kills or simply finish those challenges fast. So let's get into it. So the first step to this glitch is the hardest one. You need to actually play a game of Resurgence solo. So if you're not a fan of this game mode, I don't know how you're not. It's way better than regular Warzone in my opinion. What you want to do is just simply play the game until the end. Now, I was busy at the time, so I literally just did not play. I let someone kill me and then I just spectated the entire time. And what you want to do is you need to wait until the game is fully over. So this part may have been the most difficult for you if you don't like playing Warzone, but once you have waited till the end of the game, you essentially just want to wait until you see your rank come up. Now, once it actually displays what place that you came in and it gives you the play again and leave game, I want you to do something very carefully. I want you to do nothing. All right, so that's the second step to this glitch. Literally do nothing until you get kicked from the game. Now, once you've gotten kicked from the game, pay attention carefully here. So what's going to happen is you're going to be in the main lobby. You're going to be in the searchable lobby, if you will, in Warzone. So you'll see at the top right here, it actually starts searching for a game on its own. I have no idea why they coded the game this way. If I'm sitting there in a Warzone lobby and I'm not doing anything, it should just kick me out of search. It should not research from the game. But that's what happens, right? So that's just how it is. So it's going to start searching for a game. You want to make sure that you do not cancel this, okay guys? Do not cancel this. So let it go and let it find you a new game. Once the search finishes and you find yourself a new game, you're gonna not really notice anything normal. Everyone seems to be there, everything seems to be fine. But the cool part happens once you sit in the plane. So go ahead and when you start to spawn in, wait until the very end. And you'll see right here, when you hop out of the plane, there is a ton of people AFK, and I think this has to do with something to do with the Warzone code where they like to lump together all of the AFK players so as not to plague a bunch of lobbies, right? They would rather throw all the AFK players into one lobby instead of spreading them out, and essentially every single game that you're in, there's like 5-10 AFK people, which granted there usually is at least a few. So I have no idea why the game is coded this way, guys, but this is a really cool glitch, and again, it's an easy way for you to get simple Warzone kills if you don't like playing the game mode and you need to complete challenges. Just keep in mind, you only really have time to kill them with whatever your starting weapon is. So just keep that in mind. But if you an underwater glitch for Warzone that will help you get to the end of your Battle Royale games extremely easy and troll other players. It is extremely fun to do, and I highly suggest, first of all, that you pair this with the unlimited gas mask glitch, which you will find in the description below. These are the two Warzone glitches that I've posted as of recent. I also like to post the patch notes in the description below so you never have to question if or not a glitch works. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and let's get into this glitch. Alright, so the first requirement and the only requirement to this glitch is that you need a cargo truck. Now, it does not show up in certain game modes, so just take note of that. And I personally went to Quads Battle Royale by myself and dropped straight for a cargo truck. Now, again, I highly suggest that you guys go couple this with the unlimited gas mask glitch. This will get you straight to the end. You can buy your gas masks at the end and then duplicate them, and you should be set. So here we go. So we're in the cargo truck, and you want to go ahead and find a body of water. So I was lucky enough to have one right next to me, and you drive straight in. But there are a couple of tips that you need to note for this glitch. Number one, you need to drive very far into the water and hold forward as you drive in. Otherwise, this will happen where you are on the edge and you will get kicked out, as you can see. So if you just lean out of the car once you drive in, you will be kicked out and you will be stuck and cannot get back in the vehicle and have to go find another one in Battle Royale quads by yourself like me. So this was a very difficult task, as you can see, but I'm gonna go ahead and make my way over there and show you guys the proper way of doing this glitch. Alright, so I just want to quickly show you guys what I was talking about. If you don't drive full speed, your truck will float back to the surface and is a total waste of time. So I actually got lucky enough, got to the edge and drove out. But if you drive in correctly and fast enough, what you want to do is lean out when you get under the water fully. Make sure the truck is fully under the water. And then after that, you want to lean back in immediately before you get kicked out of the truck. And what's going to happen is you'll be able to fully drive around. You can lean back out. Do not climb to the roof, because again, if you climb to the roof, you are fully out of the vehicle and have free movement, right? So you are no longer in the truck, therefore the glitch will not work. So at this point, you can drive around. I'm going to show you guys some awesome clips, some really funny clips that I got in this game alone, and just how you can utilize it to better get to the end game with this glitch. So one trolling clip I have for you guys, these guys got a bounty for me and they could not get to me.
What the f?
I mean, I can't make this up, guys. Look at these guys trying to shoot me. I mean, this is ridiculous. Honestly, like, this glitch was probably one of the funnest that I've done so far. I obviously beat the bounty in a little bit, and I was able to get to almost the entire end game until the circle actually closed outside of the water. But if you get lucky enough and the circle closes inside of the water, you'll be able to live until the end game. You just need to focus on keeping your gas alive. So I have not tested if you can actually refill at boating stations, but if you guys see or are able to do this glitch and see a boating station near you, make sure that you test this glitch out and let me know in the comments section below.